Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Ida. So here I will explain about biology terms on an article. At the first they are stomata. Stomata are tiny pores the all land plants have. Stomata can be found on flowers and stems, but stomata are mainly located on the lower epidermis of leaves. Secondly, there is plant cell walls. The cell wall is a membrane that is formed on the outside of the cell membrane, which plays a very important role in forming a rigid cell structure, giving strength and protection to the cell against mechanical stress. Next, evolution. Evolution is a form of change, growth, and development that occurs in something better, including change that occur in living things gradually and sequentially throughout the lifespan from one condition to another over a long period of time, so that the emergence of a new species. Next, morphology. In language, the meaning of morphology comes from Greek. The origin of the word morphology is morphe, which means form, and logos, which means knowledge. So in simple terms, morphology is the science that deals with form. Next, families. Family in scientific classification is a taxon that is between order and genus. Is a taxonomy in which several genera are separated phylogenetically from other families. Next, cellulose. Cellulose is a complex carbohydrate compound composed of many glucose chains, aka polysaccharides. Next, structure. Structure is arrangement and organization in interrelated elements in a material object or system, or an organized object or system. Material structure include man-made objects, such as buildings and machines, and natural objects such as biological organisms, minerals, and chemicals. Next, microscopy. The word microscope comes from Greek word mikron, which means small, and skropos, which means saying or aiming. So it can be said that a microscope is a tool to see objects that are too small to be seen with the naked eye. Next, pore. Pore is holes or burrows in the skin or small satiates in solid objects. Next is gourd cell. Gourd cells are specialized plant cells in the epidermis of leaves, stems, and other organs that are used to control gas exchange. Next, biomechanics. Biomechanics is a scientific discipline which is concerned with our own biological functioning, as well as the biological functioning of other species. Next is sporophyte. Sporophyte is the diploid multicellular stage in the life cycle of a plant or algae. Next, spore. A spore is a unit of sexual or asexual reproduction that may be adapted for dispersal and for survival, often for extended periods of time. In unfavorable conditions, spores form part of the life cycle of many plants, algae, fungi, and protozoa. Next, phylogenetic. Phylogenetic is a part of systematics that addresses the inference of the evolutionary history and relationships among or within groups of organisms. Next, genetic. Genetic is the study of heredity in general and of genes in particular. Genetics forms one of the central pillars of biology and overlaps with many other areas, such as agriculture, medicine, and biotechnology. Next, cell biology or biology cell. Cell biology is a branch of biology studying the structure and function of the cell, also known as basic unit of life. Next, hemicellulose. A hemicellulose is one of a number of heteropolymer, such as arabinoxylanes, present along with cellulase in almost all terrestrial plant cell walls. Next, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is any of several related green pigments found in the mesosomes of cyanobacteria and in the chloroplasts of algae and plants. Next, epidermal. Epidermal referring to the thin outermost layer of the skin, itself made up of several layers that covers and protects the underlying dermis. The last is species. A species is a group of organisms that share a genetic heritage, are able to interbreed and to create offspring that are also fertile.